Step back and watch the step cook.
You want 17 birds? Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. Hit my line if you want 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. I know a guy if you want 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. I know a guy if you want 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. Yeah, I'm from the 17th.
I'm a G. I know how G17 work. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. Let me get a thumbs up if you could hear me. You know what I'm saying? Vash, what up? You know what I mean? A little impromptu joint before I go live on the Super Friends channel tonight. Me, Louie, Bad Dog. You know what I'm saying? Day 4 of training camp is in the books. You know what I mean? It's training camp has been marvelous so far. Marvelous. What's good, y'all? What's good? What's good? What's good? Dark Lord loading almost. You already know. You already know, man. You already know. Craig, what's up, Craig? Lenny D, what up? What up? What up? You know what I'm saying? Dark Load definitely loading. It's definitely loading. I'm not arguing with no more unmoisturized people on Twitter. It's time for the real game. You know what I'm saying? I've been entertaining some of them guys, you know what I mean, a little too long, man. You know what I'm saying? See you at the link in September, fam. You already know, Craig. Been in a little too much, man. Now it's time. This where the big dogs step out. This where the big dogs step out now, man. You know what I'm saying? If you can't get in front of no camera and if you can't display what you got on your mind, I ain't got nothing to talk about. I ain't got nothing to talk about, man. Yo, Lane Johnson missed day 4. Lane Johnson missed day 4 of practice. I think he wrestling like an ankle or something like that. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. You know what I mean? We're going to talk about day 4. So Lane Johnson missed 1 day of practice. Eagles uncut. We're going to talk about it. Yo, I need that Hurt season baseball cap. Go Birds. Oh, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Me and the Print Champs cooking. A new batch of Hurt season hats are on the way. In case you new here, you know what I'm saying? They coming back real soon. Do not worry. We're going to be stepping in unison. All of that good stuff. They coming back. Don't you worry. Baseball caps, all of that. But you know what I mean? Lane Johnson missed 1 day of practice, and then this what we get clips like this.
What do you see that's complicated about it?
I'm not giving away trade secrets, obviously, but Vic is obviously very experienced. He's got a lot of experience coaching, calling plays, calling defenses. He's seen a lot of different coordinators in his years of coaching, and he knows the issues in every offense and kind of how to get under people's skin. And that's the thing that we love is, you know, he's going to call the absolute best defense he can call to a play, make it super hard on the offense, and we got to figure out, and we still got to make the play go. We can't just say, oh, just because he called a great defense here doesn't mean it's, you know, the play's dead in the water, right? So I think he does a tremendous job of challenging our offense and the looks that he gives and the defenses that he calls to, you know, make us really work and have to be perfect at what we do.
Lane missed 1 practice. Lane Johnson missed 1 practice, and the offensive line looks battered and abused after 1 practice of Lane Johnson missing. Now, I'm not trying to take away the good day from the defense, but this is how Jaylen Hurts has been operating so far. I should have had this graphic up. Only 4 practices, but Jaylen Hurts is completing passes at a way higher percentage than he has in the past in training camp. Training camp completion percentage for the first 4. In 2021, he was 72%. 2022, he actually went down 69%. 2023, 74%. 2024, Jaylen Hurts right now through 4 practices is at a whopping 85% completion percentage. He is in total command of the offense. That's what Nick Sirianni is saying. Jaylen Hurts is in total command of the offense. You know what I mean? Lane Johnson missed 1 game, and then you got guys flashing and breaking out. You got Nolan Smith breaking out. They said Nolan could have had a number of sacks, you know what I mean, today. Let's talk about it, though. Let's read what ESP had to say about, you know what I mean, day 4 of training camp. You know what I mean? Because they're not letting a lot of people ain't there, but we getting some of the verbiage, man. We getting some of the verbiage out the way. We definitely getting some of the verbiage out the way, man. I'm going to read it off the screen. Monday was a tough day for the offense. This is per ESP, Elliott Shore Parks. Monday was a tough day for the offense, but it wasn't Hurts' fault. He been surprising me with non-Jaylen slander. but it wasn't Hurts' fault. The first team offensive line had a rough day in pass protection with Hurts under pressure a good portion of the day. On the 27 reps he took, he had 13 attempts and 6 QB runs. Some were called runs, but a good portion were the result of broken plays and pressure. The D-line had 3 sacks and probably could have gotten credit for a few more. A few plays probably should have been blown dead earlier than they were. The coverage seemed the best it has been so far in camp. You know, they learn in this Fangio system. Hurts' big mistake of the day really stood out considering he didn't get many chances. He missed John Ross down the middle of the field for what would have been a 40-yard touchdown. Ross beat his man and was open, but Hurts missed him. Have to make that throw in the game, I agree. Hurts' accuracy probably was his worst of camp today with a few high passes that haven't been happening for the first 3 days. But with the consistent pressure, it's understandable. It's understandable with the consistent pressure where we are. You know what I mean? As far as training camp goes today, you swap out a Lane Johnson. You know what I'm saying? Who knows who was at the right tackle position? But Mekhi Becton got a lot of snaps today. You know what I mean? Mekhi Becton got a lot of snaps at right guard. So that entire right side was different. And, you know, a guy like Stoutland, man, is going to keep these guys on their toes. I'm sorry, a guy like Fangio is going to keep these guys on their toes, and he's definitely going to make sure the defense is well prepared. And that's what Landon Dickerson was talking about. Let's look a little bit at a small clip I got of Mekhi Becton just to show y'all, you know, you know what I mean? He's moving well. I'm not mad at it. You know what I mean? I should have blew it up, but that's my bad, though. But y'all get the gist of it. That's him, number 77. Those are the type of reps that I want to see from a right guard. He's looking big. He's looking physical, pause. But at the end of the day, you know what I mean? That's a new role for him that he got to learn. With Tyler Steen out, you know what I'm saying? Then you got Lane Johnson out. It's a little shuffling on the offensive line, and these are the things that can occur. You know what I'm saying? That's why practice is so important, y'all. Practice is so important. These are the things that will occur when you're missing a couple of pieces on the offensive line. It'll happen in the regular season too. So, you know, with guys flashing and things of that nature, like Nolan Smith, that's good for his confidence. But would that have been a case if Lane Johnson played? I don't know. I would have liked to see Bryce Huff take advantage of this situation, but maybe he had a rest day too. I know Saquon rested today. Will Shipley got a lot of reps today. You know what I'm saying? Lane was out, so that gave other guys some reps as well. But at the end of the day, man, you know, I think it's all looking good for both sides of the ball. Man. Keely Ringo was getting a lot of snaps on the opposite side of Slay. Quinyon Mitchell was looking like the front runner at the slot situation since we do have an injury there with Cooper DeJean not playing. So, you know, I like it, man. I like what I'm seeing, man. I like what I'm seeing. Nakobe Dean, you know what I mean? He had a quote today that stood out to me. He said, shirts and pants are cute, but we put the pads on tomorrow. I just don't want to hear that from Nakobe. You know what I'm saying? But respect, though, man. That's what you're supposed to say. But a guy with the track record of Nakobe Dean who can't stay healthy when the pads come on, I'm just not trying to hear that. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? LB, you popping out Thursday at the open practice? Most likely not, man. Most likely not. You know what I mean? Most likely I'm not going to pop out to the open practice. I had severe plans on doing that, but that's the day I pick up my children. So, you know, daddy duty definitely come first, man. You know what I mean? So, yeah, Will Shipley had a good practice today. That's what they said. They said Will Shipley had a good practice today. And, you know, it's good to see him get some reps in the absence of Saquon because, you know, he's a fairly high draft pick. You know what I mean? Will Shipley, you know, I like Will Shipley, man. I like what he could potentially bring to the table. So, you know, with Eagles, you know, training camp going into pads, the physicality will ramp up. We definitely want to make sure that, you know, guys are taking care of their body and guys are taking this serious. You know what I'm saying? You got some guys that got hurt before the pads even came on around the NFL. One guy in the division, Sam Williams of the Dallas Cowboys, tore his ACL. He's out. You know what I mean? It's unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? For sure. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. It's a part of training camp, unfortunately. I'm just knocking on wood and hoping that the Philadelphia Eagles guys can stay healthy, man, because we don't want a situation like that. You know what I mean? We want all of our guys healthy week one, and we're going to see where the chips may fall, man. I like the fact that we're giving Saquon a rest before we get in the pads. We're giving Lane a rest before we get in the pads. I like it, man. Jaylen Hurts seems to be locked in. That's where you want him to be. So all of these questions about, you know what I mean, his situation with Nick Sirianni, let's not talk about that. Let's talk about how locked in he is at practice. Let's talk about how in control he is of his offense at practice. Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? The offensive line struggled today, so naturally, you know what I mean? It forced Jaylen Hurts to improvise. But when your offensive line is struggling and your quarterback can make some stuff happen with his leg, that's when they're worth their weight in gold, in my opinion, man. That's when they're worth their weight in gold, man. So if y'all got some questions, you know what I mean? Live Q&A, let's do it that way, man. You know what I'm saying? We're definitely going to ramp up the content. The streets, throw it in the what's the name? I'll try to get to it. The streets been saying that they want that Simone LB collab. You know what I'm saying? With Tone the Shields. Everybody's been talking about that one, how good of a collab that was. We definitely going to try to make that happen at a scheduled, you know what I mean? A scheduled recurring stream. It was a good stream, you know what I mean? Great stream. I love the streams that I commit to, like those Goat Talk. You know what I'm saying? With me and my dog Philly Mike and my super friend stream. You know what I mean? I love them. But y'all know, Dark Lord comes out when he all alone. And this season is going to be one of them ones for me, man. I just don't think nobody in the division is close to as talented as the Philadelphia Eagles are on paper. But talent don't do nothing but make you look good around these times. You know what I mean? Execution is what win championships. Discipline and depth, those are the things that win championships. And practice tells you that all the time. That depth, discipline, those are the things that win championships. We missed one guy, Lane Johnson. We had a little shuffling on the offensive line, and things looked totally different for the offense. You know what I mean? Jaylen still held his own. He wasn't horrible. You know what I mean? ESP gave him a grade of a B, but you know what I mean? It was due largely in part to some changes being put out there. So depth is important, and I feel like the Philadelphia Eagles have depth for sure. And also at the same time, I think that's what separates us from the other teams in the National Football League is the depth that we have. You know what I mean? Our depth is like, I'm not even talking about depth at the quarterback position. I'm talking about depth that we got a good problem to have at cornerback. You know what I'm saying? Our practice squad cornerback players are going to be good. We have a good problem at wide receiver. When you got John Ross, Paris Campbell, you know what I mean? You drafted a Johnny Wilson. You know what I'm saying? We have great depth, you know what I mean, on the offensive line. Becton, I think, was a first or second round pick. He's a rotational guy for us. I would like to see a little more depth at edge rusher. I would like to see a little more depth at D tackle. Those are my areas where I worry about. We got the money to spend, but at the end of the day, man, it's all up to what we see, what we deem as important as, you know what I mean, a franchise and things of that nature. All 90 guys reported to camp. So far, we've been blessed to not have any injuries. Everybody's been healthy. We giving guys rest. And Jaylen Hurts seems to be picking up the philosophy in the offense pretty well so far. You know what I mean? Jaylen Hurts is a student of the game. So when people come up with these scenarios in these situations, don't trust the kid, Keeley, Mitchell, or Rogers. When people talk about these situations with Jaylen Hurts and him going through another coordinator, that's the story of his life. Multiple coordinators didn't stop Jaylen Hurts from being in the Super Bowl and executing. You know what I mean? That speaks to the IQ. And not a lot of guys can learn a new offense that often. Jaylen Hurts been having to do it almost every year. Where has been the continuity of being in the offense for 2 straight years for Jaylen Hurts? You know what I mean? Where's the continuity at? That's the type of stuff that we need to look forward to now. Those are the things that would get us over the hump. Unfortunately, when you continue to win games, guys get promotions. Guys leave. I think Kellen Moore is staying right where he is because Kellen Moore knows that his opportunity to be a head coach could be in Philadelphia. It could be in Philadelphia. You know what I mean? But if Kellen Moore ends up being the Philadelphia Eagles head coach next year, then that means we didn't have a good season. So as much as I thought Nick Sirianni should have been gone, you know what I mean? I need Nick Sirianni to have a good season. Whatever his role is, if he's a CEO style head coach, I need him to be good at it this year. Because I want to win a Super Bowl this year. I want to win a Super Bowl this year, man. You know what I'm saying? I do. I'm not willing to cut my nose off to spite my face, man. I want everything to be good so my team could get to where they want to go, man. You know what I mean? I want everything to be good so my team could get to where they want to go. So, you know, make sure you tap in. The Super Friends stream is going down tonight at 8 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Myself, Louie, Bad Dog. Make sure you tap in with that. You know what I'm saying? For all my gamblers, all my sports betting guys, I got a crazy deal with Bet USA going live August 1. Make sure you are here for the stream August 1. You know what I'm saying? So you can get that Bet USA code. You could get that free betting money, and you could come up on these parlays when football season start. Shout out to my guy, Larry Love, man. Thank you for the super chat. He said, I saw Joshua interview today. He mentioned he don't like dropping back. I'm not sure how this is going to play out. He said he would do it, though. He ain't got no choice to do it. He bet on himself. You know what I'm saying? He bet on himself. So at the end of the day, if you don't like dropping back, then you limiting yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like to drop back, then you limiting yourself. So do you want to limit yourself, or are you trying to, do what you got to do as a football player? You know what I mean? To say what you don't like doing, like you're not in the position to do that, though. You're not in the position to do that. Now, I think Sweat is one of the best edge rushers on the team. One of the best edge rushers on the team. But you almost was in another uniform, bro. That's not the right mindset. I don't want to hear that, man. I want to hear people saying that they're willing to do whatever they got to do to help the team succeed. I'm willing to hear dudes like them, the guys that keep getting paid. AJ, he on his second contract with us. Only been here, this is third season with us? In his second contract with us. Them the dudes that get paid, the dudes that say stuff like that. You know what I mean? So, yo, man, like we trying to win a Super Bowl, bro. You got to do what's asked of you to win a Super Bowl. I didn't hear Josh Huff say nothing like that. I didn't hear nobody talk about what they're not willing to do, bro. You got to win a Super Bowl, man. Your mindset got to be different, man. And that's not a championship mindset to even be speaking like that. You know what I mean? I don't like it. I don't like it, man. I don't like it. My guy D-Lo in the building. What up, what up, what up? But like I said, man, at the end of the day, you know what I mean? We're going to see. We look good on paper. Training camp is looking good for Jaylen Hurts. Everybody is staying healthy. I'm going to continue to knock on wood for that. But, it's up to us. It's up to us, man. This thing go through us. And everybody got to understand that, man. So make sure you tap in 8 o'clock, NFC East Super Friends chat. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be in the building. Shout out to y'all, 224 y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you share the video, all of that good stuff, man. Peace, man. I'm going to get with y'all, man.